babies, it's that time again. Oh yeah. I'm thinking about the hiddenness of God. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, why does he do that? Or if you prefer, why does she do that? Or how about, why do they do that? And I have the answer for you. Oh yeah, baby. The only thing keeping God hidden is us. Hello. That is the end of the lesson in 1 minute and 23 seconds. Oh yeah, baby. You can just chew on that for an eternity, honey. And it will nurture your inner being and will give you life in all of your encounters, and you will forever be filled with the glory of God because you received the answer and you have the means to introduce the hiddenness of God to the world. Oh! You know, I've been watching these old broadcasts I used to do on public TV, and I put a few of them up here on the channel. And it's interesting, you know, after all these years, it's been like, let's see, if I've been a Christian for 47 years, I would say a good 37 of them have been outside of fundamentalism. So I've been doing this for a good while. And so thankful that God took me out of Bible worship. Oh my goodness. So happy. But just to see how, like, the same precepts that were giving me food for thought and growth 37 years ago still feel fresh and new. Oh yeah, baby. That's one of God's greatest hits. I have to add that to my list of God's greatest hits. His mercies are new every morning. Oh yeah, baby. There are not a lot of greatest hits, but there are enough in the Bible to sustain your life and your growth for your entire life. Yeah, baby. Now I know when I say that, all the fundamentalists get all crazy because I'm giving evidence to their idolatry. And they don't like that because they think their idolatry is God ordained. Wrong. No, it's not, sweeties. You created it. It's not God doing that. No. So, yeah, that's basically it. And if you think about it, it makes perfect sense, because you wouldn't want like truth just to be received, from reading a billboard, would you? Some people act like, no, that would be preferable. Think about it. That's a little two-dimensional. And we are trying to get into multi-dimensions, are we not? That's why I feel like I'm going to get back into studying Ken Wilber's integral theory. And I won't really get into it right now because it's been several years since I'm a little foggy on all of it. But just the general idea is that what he does is he creates a framework where we can analyze human development based on not only historical influence of like what was the prevailing thought or practice at the time, or various thoughts and practices at the time, and how those influence our decisions. How much are we coming from a personal perspective, or a communal perspective, or one that looks at objects as in science, or one that looks at us in light of being part of systems. I mean, it's just this multi-dimensionality that when you look at it, it's mind-boggling, but it really gets closer to the truth of things, because that's why, unless you engage in the ultimate practice of discovering who God is, you're just going to be sucked into one of these perspectives, influences, and it's going to become so complex that you're not going to be able to get out of bed. So it's exciting. So I'll be getting back to some of that later. But today we just want to focus on the fact that the beauty of life is in us manifesting the full nature of who God is. And you might say, "Oh, we can't do that. Only Jesus could do that." Wrong. Jesus could do it because it's possible. So if we align ourselves with his living spirit, how is it not also possible in us? Unless we prefer to have one of these influences, perspectives, belief systems to quell it and quash it. So we are responsible. So, next time you hear somebody go, "I wish God just would come down and show us who he is, or what we're supposed to believe," and yeah, that's basically what we're in. We are in that experiment, and it's up to us to release the love, the wisdom, the patience, the forgiveness, the service of God. And in so doing, by the way, be a perfect blend of masculine and feminine qualities and characteristics that are eternal.